like, yeah.
I was leaning forward, putting on my pants as I was trying to not get caught by the camera as the 3, 2, 1 count came up.
Listen, R. Kelly.
Playing a dangerous game.
Put that pisser away.
Just playing a dangerous game.
Now it's covered. We're good.
Now it's covered?
Yeah.
Gotta cover that hedgehog.
The treasure of one-eyed Pilly.
One-eyed Willie.
One-eyed Willie put away.
Jeez.
I told you guys on Horror Research Thursday that we would be back with a fucked up vengeance starting already. Under a minute. I'm proud of ourselves. But so we're back, Popcorn and Pints. I know it's been a few weeks, people, but before we really dive into some shit, and before I even play the intro, this is like a serious thing I want to say because it's 9/11. It's been 20 years. So can we just give them let's do like a 30-second moment of silence. Once it hits 30, we'll do it to 2 minutes, just out of respect for everybody that was lost during that tragic event 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then we'll dive into the fun stuff. But like I said, once it hits a minute 30, I'll be quiet. So 2 minutes, and then we're not shutting up after that. So yeah, let's do a moment of silence. All right, I'm gonna play the intro, then we're gonna dive into this fun stuff.
That's right, baby.
Right.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Popcorn and Pints, your premier movie review podcast. It's Chris, a.k.a. the worst damn gamer ever, with your boy, Sir Sturdy. Say what's up.
What's up, people? We're back, bitches. I know it's been about 3 weeks, but we're back, relaxed, refreshed, especially me because I was in Colorado for 2 weeks, but back, refreshed, full of energy. And tonight we will be reviewing White Fang and the Goonies. And I just want to say this. Hey, you guys! Thank you for showing up. Enjoy this because it's going to be crazy. We're going back to how we always were. Entertaining, energetic. Now tune into the episode and just have a blast. Don't forget that pint glass. Take a sip. We're back. We fixed the echo problem. People do not worry. We fixed the echo problem. But let's do a cheers to being back. It's been fucking damn near a month. It's been a while since Chris has been here with all of us. Ibrahim, shout out to you, bro. Get your ass back on here, man. Get that film done. Oh, we have our glasses. What's everybody drinking? I'm drinking Dos Equis. Love this shit.
I've got some Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. Because, as I mentioned, once September 1st hits, I drink every Oktoberfest and cider I can get my hands on for 1 to 2 months until I'm sick of all of it for another year.
I respect that.
I'm drinking some. This is new. I never heard of it. Vista Bay. It's a strawberry lemonade hard seltzer.
White Girl Wasted. James.
White Girl Wasted.
Some up. Just if you want
the
to
up.
Sponsor, let us know because I'll remove my thumb and my fingers.
No. all those drinks we mentioned, none of them are a sponsor, but they definitely can be.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the hell he was doing for a second. But
I'm drunk. I did a lot of day drinking today.
we have one more surprise. This is from James and his brother. It's only a teaser. I have the video. The full video will be on the Z Network YouTube channel. We're gonna use the Z Network YouTube channel for clips and stuff like that for fun stuff. It's only a teaser, but it's James and his brother doing the Pocky Chip Challenge. It's about a 2.5 minute clip, so I'll play that really quick, and then we'll get back to business. I promise.
All right, how's it going, everybody? James from Popcorn Pints and Horror Research Thursday. Bonus content. Me and my brother, Mike. There he is. We're going to do the Poppy 2021 challenge. So there he is. I hate this.
I like that you're wearing gloves.
I like the
Well,
cherry.
fuck that, man. I'm not touching my eye or anything with that shit.
Oh, that's a dope shirt,
Talking
G.
over the video dialogue. Is people hearing us?
Gotta save
Well,
the
I
box.
mean, I assume you have gloves on hand for when you stick your finger in your ass.
No, I go raw dog.
Okay.
That's why
It's-
you love. You want that
Seems like
spice?
it's a challenge to watch.
No glove, no
See-
love, man.
Listen, you
I
don't
mean,
want
it seems
to
like
your finger up your ass after that shit.
Yeah, I know. Talk about fart and fire. But it seems like it'd be
Fire
hard to get the
asshole.
poop out from under your nails. I don't know, man.
Nah, I bite my nails. They get
Okay.
We're talking over the dialogue. Can there people hear us on the show?
I don't think this clip is about the dialogue. I just want to see the reaction.
You're not going. I don't know if you're gonna see the reaction.
Where'd you get these chips, by the way?
Amazon, $7.
Oh, okay.
Not a sponsor, but can be. That goes for Amazon.
$7 for what? One
Goes for
chip?
It has
Goes
reefer
for-
and scorpion pepper. It's the hottest chip in the world. One chip. And it makes me cry. My eyes water like a motherfucker.
I was
But you
gonna
won't.
say,
You
you're
gotta
sorry.
watch the whole thing to see everything.
At least he wasn't smiling this time.
Why do you have a knife there?
To open the box,
Okay.
it was taped. I didn't want. I'm collecting the box. I didn't want to destroy it.
He was trying to cut out his tongue in case it got too hot. He was ready.
Yeah, that too.
Always have tissue. Always have tissues on hand.
I wanted paper towels.
Is that okay? It's like your bedside table.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm like, what? Is someone gonna start tagging or something soon? Like, how bad was it, James?
So you'll have to watch the whole thing. We talk about it.
James is starting to feel the heat.
No,
So it's his brother. So it's his
You're
brother.
getting. It seems like you're getting fidgety.
yeah, no, you do. You start feeling my tongue starts getting lit up.
Go 10 minutes, half hour, hour.
I can't even think about like.
You got it, dude. You have to watch it. There's a bonus in there. There's a surprise that we added after. You have to watch it to
Hopefully,
see.
it's
Okay.
not what the rest of those tissues were used for.
Yeah, me and my brother together. That's what happens. Another box is under the table, just in case.
Oh gosh!
Just out in the front yard.
Again, people, this is how we're coming back. This is how we're coming back. This is where we're going with this.
I have a lot of pent up jokes, and like I said, I've been drinking all day, so
Let him out.
it's all gonna come out.
Let him out, Grey Beaver. Let him out.
But
Gray
no,
Beaver.
but anyways, that's first challenge of many. We're in the background's talking about it. My brother wants to do more. Of course, I'll record them.
We should get some more. We can do them out on my deck and just sit there and see who cracks first.
Oh shit!
I'm just
I'm down to do that.
videotape and watch, and I'll drive in case there's an emergency.
Would you?
Well,
Chris,
we were
Chris,
ta-
are you into hot stuff? Would you do hot shit?
Which Chris we
Puerto
talking?
Rican.
Both of you. I know. You just
You're Puerto
admitted you
Rican,
one.
Chris. Weren't you born spicy?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
So
I
this could be.
sweat habanero.
I guess we have a spicy show for the Z Network, people, and some other fun food challenges. We could do spicy foods,
Anything, man. Whatever is going to be a challenge.
some fun shit.
And
So
you'll have another guest. My other brother wants to join in.
Awesome.
He was upset that he wasn't in this one, but
Next time.
next time, man.
Let's do a spicy food challenge.
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely down.
And that, all
I'll
we
do
need
it
to
to
do
a
is have a
certain
camera,
extent.
I love spice stuff, man.
mic set up, and we're good.
We used to do it at work at lunchtime.
And a toilet close by. We'll be fine.
Yeah. I got a bathroom 10 feet from me. Shit, you're home. You can just.
Would you guys want to do it on the podcast, or would you want to do it like in person together, like chilling?
No,
in
in person, man.
Oh, okay.
person?
This
Yeah,
way we can do our eagle.
that's true. That's very important.
Oh,
So-
man.
Before we get into this,
Maybe we should talk movies.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
Thing before we, how's everybody doing? It's been a minute, especially for you, Chris. I recorded with Chris and James twice this week already, but how have you been, Chris? Mainly you, because I already know how these two assholes are doing.
Living the dream, friend. Living the dream. Drinking, recording, living life.
Yeah.
And
Freddie's not
you
in
guys,
it.
You guys said you want to start with White Fang?
Yeah.
Let's say we start with White Fang. I feel like we'll have a lot more to talk about with the Goonies.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You want early ratings?
I was just about to say, what's your initial ratings? And
what was Aaron? Was White Fang your pick?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
How many great beavers would you give this movie?
I'll go first.
That was the proper analogy right there.
There you go. So I'll go first. I'm not a fan of Disney live action movies, so it's going to fuck with my rating. It was okay. I read the book in school a long time ago. I didn't know every details, but what I can remember, of course, the book is better. Like always, they have more detail and all that shit. I think certain parts dragged on. Him helping the wolf and the wolf saving him back and forth, get a relationship built up. It was okay. The end scene. Well, I will talk about it. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to give it. It's going to be under 5 for me, just because I'm not excited for these movies. So I'm going to say a 4.
All
right. Okay.
This movie, I'm not ashamed to admit, made me hug my dog afterwards.
Oh, I was petting my dog when I was watching. I'm not lying.
Yeah, my dog was curled up next to me on the couch as I was watching part of this.
Yep.
There were parts that I can't fucking stand watching animals just in pain. And it's funny, like live action Disney movies, when you say live action, I don't think of this. Well, obviously this is technically a live action Disney movie. But I think when you say live action, I think of when they try to remake the animated movies into live action movies more. Those I fucking hate. This isn't an animated movie being made into a live action movie. This is just based on the book. So I view it more as, just an average book adaptation. It does surprise me a little bit that Disney put this out just because of some of the shit in the movie, like, the dog fighting. Half the movie, they're dragging a corpse around.
Yeah. Mike Vick's favorite movie.
Yeah, this is probably where he learned his shit. But I mean, it has a little bit of the heartwarming story. I love the animal thing. Like, I have a soft spot for huskies because I've always wanted a husky. I have a beagle now. Love animal movies, and I give it a 6. It was fine. It was somewhat entertaining. Like, obviously, the wolf doesn't die. Spoiler alert, this movie's only 20 years old. But yeah, 6. I gave it a 6. It was entertaining.
Okay. I'm actually right there with you, Chris. It wasn't horribly dry. There was a few slower spots to me.
Yeah.
But again, the whole dynamic of the dog, I think what I said verbatim while I was watching was like, this shit makes me want to go watch Snow Dogs. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up. When we first moved up here, we had 7 huskies. Our huskies gave birth, and we had 9 of them at one point. And then
holy shit,
7, and we kept 7 of them for a little while, and then we started selling them off as they were closer to like a year or two. So it was a lot of sweeping for my mom. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
a lot of hair everywhere. But yeah, as far as the movie goes, I'm at my early rating. I'm gonna give this one a 6. Hopefully we can find a few other reasons for me to amp it up. As far as
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, as far as for Disney goes, I like you said, there's a couple image things there that aren't consistent with their usual fit, but it's earlier in certain times where people are a little bit more accepting, the early 80s or late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, the movie came out in 91, which was kind of surprising. That's like even older than you think it really is.
Yo, Chris, can you turn your volume up some? Puerto Rican?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
I can actually do this now too because it's on the stand. I can just move it closer. But yeah, I'm at a solid 6 right now, pre full diagnosis. By the way, am I the only? Do you hear me? Am I doubling?
No,
you sound fine.
All right, just checking.
No, I don't hear any doubling at all, and my mic ain't moving. But check the in the settings, check the echo thing. If you check the box in it.
I'm not hearing any echoing. You sound great.
It's just me. Never mind.
But so for me, as I've told you guys before, this is one of my childhood favorites. And for me, from what I remember, I love it just the same. It's a 10 for me.
Wow.
This movie, I was watching it earlier. Actually, I was watching it earlier, like doing the screen share thing, like I do with Chris earlier. And I was telling him, I said, this is one of those. This is the movie that made me when I was a kid, growing up, want a wolf. This movie made me.
I'm sure it made a lot of kids want a wolf.
Yeah, definitely.
And another thing, I know James, you mentioned the book a few times. I remember this book. I was reading it in 3rd or 4th grade because I always loved to read. And the teacher actually pulled me in the hallway and said, "Are you sure you're able to like read this book?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "This is at a high reading level." I'm like, "And just I'm thinking about this." Well, I'm thinking.
I thought it was skin color.
Just as just because these niggas in the room can't read it don't mean I can't. Like I always enjoyed reading. My thing is, I liked reading when I didn't have to read. Like, you know, you had to read books in school and all that.
Yeah.
When I didn't have to, when I didn't have to, I loved to read. When I had to, wanted to like fucking do this.
Yeah,
I think that's like most kids. Like I hated reading anything that was ever assigned to me.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, like I said though, with this, so I love the book, I love the movie. Yeah, I enjoy every part of it. It's just one of those things that it brought me back to my childhood, just sitting down, like watching it, eating some snacks or whatever, eating whatever the fuck I'm eating, just chilling, watching it, having a great time. And it's one of my favorite Disney movies. Honestly.
I had vague memories as I was watching this of some of the scenes, so I'm sure I watched this as a kid. It's funny seeing the young Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which he's an awesome actor, by the way.
He was great. Honestly, he was the most annoying part of this movie for me for the first half of it. He was like just what a dope. Fucking lugging around books.
Yep.
Like anybody serious about hiking in the mountains in winter is trying to hike as light as possible. Necessities only. This guy's lugging around fucking a backpack full of books.
You got a point there.
I'm gonna throw this out here. That old dude died because of him.
Yeah, I know, really. And what was his name? Like Shunk?
Yeah, it's not where I forgot his name.
And they're like, oh well, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Don't worry, don't go after him.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, man.
I think in the book they do go a little deeper on that, but for the movie, I mean, the movie was damn near 2 hours, so they're probably like, okay, we don't really need to.
Well, they probably didn't want to go find him and see him mangled or something.
I of course.
Disney's like, we'll take that part out.
Yeah, that's where Disney drew the line.
Yeah.
I did, of course, appreciate the warning at the beginning telling me no animals were harmed, of course, and that anything that looked like animal violence was simulated. I don't know how you simulate some of those dog fights they were showing now.
Honestly, I would
like
say
that got more into it than I thought it would.
Oh yeah, especially when it was fighting with the
pit bull.
The pit bull beat basically. Yeah.
I feel like for those type of scenes, the dogs were playing, of course, and then
it's a lot of editing.
They just between the editing and then as far as throwing the sound of them sounding like they're actually fighting, because when dogs play, they do bark, they do not necessarily growl, but they have like a playful bark and all this other stuff.
Yeah, they go for like ears in their neck.
Yeah,
listen, like, and the way I always think about, like, yeah, you can train your animals to do whatever, but they'll only listen so long before they just kind of do what they want.
They get bored. They're like,
yeah.
Yeah, if you ever take a chance to, like, if you have dogs, multiple dogs are there at the dog park or whatnot, record them playing at, like, full frame and then slow the shit down and kill the sound and tell me how visceral it actually looks, even though they were just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. Dogs playing looks like, out of context, looks like it gets...
and they start to show the teeth and the hair goes up and they're lunging.
If you think about dogs playing as, like, when all of us, your kids, boys play fighting and wrestling, it looks way more crazy than what's really going on. It's like these guys are fucking each other up, but then you're barely hitting each other. Dogs playing is like, it's basically like that. But anyway, I really enjoyed this movie, and what they say was 1865.
I forgot.
Oh yeah, it was in 1800. It was around the Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. Yeah. It was I believe it was
1848. I don't know.
The Gold Rush was it 49?
Maybe you're right, Chris. 48. Gold Rush because of 49ers. Yes, 49. Yeah. So I think this movie was in 48. So
I don't know, but like when it first started, or something going.
I don't know story.
The part where the part in the film, the part where they found the gold and the mine thing. Remember how they go, or how Jack goes to the town to see if it's real. The guy makes the gold bar and he goes back and we're stinking filthy rich. I mean, I believe he said August 11th, 1865. I believe he said.
I think it's after the gold. Was it
1898?
18. Okay, all right.
It was
1898.
after because that's why it was stamped. It was later on. It was when all the gold was gone because of the gold rush.
Yeah.
They couldn't find no more. So they're
Speaking of that scene, though, that's where, of course, Jack walks back into the town. Aaron's got his snacks.
Not a sponsor, but
No,
you can.
that's a scene where Jack walks back into the town after he's, nursed the wolf back to health. Him and the wolf are now best friends. It's like you literally took him out of this town from the thieves that may turned this wolf into like a dog fighter, and now you're just going back to the town with him after they swore they would get their revenge.
yeah.
Like, why would you bring the wolf back into the town?
Especially where they said it's against the law to have a wolf in town.
Yeah, nobody
Or something
turned an
like that.
eye when Jack brought him in,
The
but they
white
did.
guy.
Everyone was pointing him out when the Great Beaver brought him in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
know
had to say it.
We
I
all
have-
know.
That whole scene pissed me the fuck off. First of all, you brought the shit on yourself when you was up the top of the steps and then decided to come down and then try to antagonize the motherfucker. Then you want to try to have somebody else pay for the repercussions? You lucky I didn't come back to your fucking house and burn your shit down. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
Great Beaver is all about peace.
he did that though because he wanted the wolf. He knew that wolf was a beat. Like,
Oh
that.
yeah, he wanted him for dogfighting and money making.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he was just like, you know what? Let me start this fight. I know this dog's gonna kick my dog's ass. I don't care about this dog because all I see is dollar signs. So then I can,
Nah, I think he had so much. He thought his dog was the shit. He wanted to see what exactly he would do against a wolf.
In 1865 to or 1895, 1998, whatever year it was, I highly doubt they had laws about dogs yet. As far as like you can't have this fucking wild animal.
First of all, would they have dog fights like this back then? Is that even period correct? Like,
I had no
Probably.
clue.
I feel like dog fights have probably existed as long as dogs have.
I
Yeah.
don't see why not. Especially once people started to be able to tame dogs and stuff. And then when money came into the picture,
Yeah.
Anything people can make money on, they'll probably do it. I mean, you're talking about a tiny ass mountain town that doesn't have a lot going on, so
True.
I suspect that's a reasonable expectation.
unfortunately.
One thing that struck me as I was watching this, of course, half the movie is them trudging through the snow-covered mountains, bundled up like it's freezing out. You never see people's breaths
No.
in like these types of things.
you don't.
Like if it's so fucking cold, where is their breath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
just
only
something I
time you
thought
get
of
a
as I was
real-
watching.
Yeah, the only time you get a real indication is of like the snowfall or the scene where he was brushing his teeth. He put it down. They were talking, and then 2 seconds later, he brings it back
And it
up in his
froze.
ice cube. You know. What
So
I mean?
that always makes me curious. I'm like, do they just CGI that out? How cold?
It was probably
Are they on a
fake
set?
snow. It was
Is it
set. It
fake?
wasn't real snow.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
It was. Yeah, definitely.
That fucking baby wolf is just so goddamn adorable.
It was. I
God.
wanted it.
And when it was
Oh,
like working and howling at the thing,
Yeah.
so fucking cute.
Then they
I
did the
definitely
Bambi
missed that.
shit. Every Disney movie,
It's-
even
I know,
Disney took
yeah.
over, had the mother
Dude,
die,
my heart hurt just watching
and it
watching
laid
his
on
mom
her overnight and everything.
limp.
Just
Yeah,
I'm
like
like,
they
damn.
were trying to make you cry.
They did, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't. I just said, I go, man, that's fucked up.
That's when I'm looking at my dog just fucking holding her.
with
And
that
she's
scene,
curled up next to me.
with that scene though, like what I did like about it is how well that dog was trained to play dead.
Mhm.
It's impressive, man, to get someone to train a dog like that.
Not only play dead, but play injured first,
Mhm.
Yeah, they was like dragging up the mountain. Yeah.
Yep.
then play dead.
They taught him how to army crawl or zombie crawl it.
Zombie
Yeah.
crawl.
That was cool. Yeah, because it looked like it was dragging the one leg.
Yep.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's pretty cool. Then it's going up. Then it just started doing like the elbow crawl. I was like, I'm almost there, baby. It was fucked up. And of course, it makes it to the den, then dies. I'm like, God
As-
damn, man.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that's my
heartbreaking.
favorite part of that whole scene is because it's like, wow, look at the will and determination. You know what I mean? She made it back to her baby. That's all that was on her mind, getting back to her baby. And she got back to him. She can't do anything now because it's too late, but she
Yeah.
got back. You know what I mean? Instead of making him wonder, is she ever coming back or what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dogs know. So I'm sure at some point over the night, he realized, hey, she's getting cold and the scent changed or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I
they
mean?
definitely know. They definitely know. They're
They
not
know.
dumb.
No. One thing that also surprised me that this was a Disney movie, that they even included a hint of this, was they kind of indicated there's a whorehouse in town.
Yes.
Briefly.
Where the girl's outside, the
Yeah.
dog's just like, come on. And he was like,
Period,
yeah.
correct.
He thought about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I said, there was a couple things in this that surprised me for a Disney movie. I don't know. Like, even in 1991, before people really became, aware
Yeah.
of things like that.
I think
That'd
that's
be
why
interesting. Yeah.
That
Sorry.
may be why it was easier to kind of sneak it in, because people really weren't too aware. It wasn't like it was there all the time, and it was there, and but it was subtle. And I mean, as far as like this goes, as a kid, you don't even know what the hell they're talking about. You probably don't even remember that part or notice that part.
So, Aaron, was that in the book?
I don't remember.
I didn't read. I'm confident.
I wonder if it was in the book and he did go into it, but because of Disney, they're like, nah, you're gonna have to skip it. We're gonna acknowledge that there's a whorehouse, but you're not going in. You're gonna be like, we're gonna just go
again in such a tiny snow-covered town. What else is there to do?
nothing. And you gotta warm up somewhere.
I got to get that book again. Because I want to read it again now.
Blue balls. You gotta warm them up.
That was period correct too. I'm pretty sure
they're not
there was
blue
no
because of the
laws against
temperature.
that.
They're gonna turn to black balls.
It's not the temperature making them blue.
Oh man.
A part in the movie too that kind of had me laughing is when I can't remember the people's names as much as I love this movie. That's sad, but what was his name? It was Jack's friend, the guy he befriended in the movie, and they went into business together.
Oh,
Larson,
yeah.
Alexander Larson, I think.
Alex, yeah.
Yes.
So, earlier in the movie, Jack's setting up the sleeping. They're all by the fire setting up the sleeping bags, and he's like, "You're too close to the fire," and then the sleeping bag catches on fire.
Yep.
And the one dude that gets killed comes and dumps the fish bucket on there. And I'm just thinking to myself, I said it to, I was like, yo, why did they not just go and grab some snow that was like 2 feet away, drop it on the fucking I mean, I know they made that like that because it's funnier, but drop the snow right on that fire on the sleeping bag. That puts the fire out. The sleeping bag isn't soaking wet because you're just dropping snow on it, you know what I mean? Then brush the snow off after or whatever. And it doesn't smell like fish, most importantly.
Yeah, fair point.
But
that is argument. They're covered. They have snow everywhere. You think they could have?
His sleeping bag smells probably how that whorehouse smells.
Wow.
Went back to the whorehouse.
That's where it all goes back to.
It does.
And R. Kelly's great grandfather was pissing on girls there.
R. Kelly's great grandfather was nowhere to be found on picture because there was no one else of that.
They were, to be fair, they would have been too old for his relative, the women in the whorehouse. I'm sure.
That's true.
Well, maybe not for his relatives. What it started, it was like when people lived longer, it's like 900. The age just kept dropping, and R. Kelly was like, "Oh, minors."
You're so stupid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was watching.
Definitely a great testament to it and all of that training and everything. And then, okay, I'm listening now.
No, it was a good movie, and I'm watching it. Like, I don't know, I've probably seen a wolf in real life. I have a hard time remembering. I know I haven't seen a moose. There was the one shot with the moose, and I've always wanted to see a moose in real life just to gauge how huge they are compared to my own size.
I always wanted to see them too.
They just every time. I mean, obviously they look massive.
It's funny you bring up a moose, Chris, because I've been telling Henry for like the past 3 months. No, probably longer than that.
He lives in Colorado. There's got to be some out there.
I didn't see anyone. I was out there. I did see a bunch of elk at the Stanley, though.
How was the weather when you were out there?
Beautiful. I mean, it was like hot, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like because it's dry heat there.
Yep.
So like 90 degrees out there feels way better than 90 degrees out here.
So I've been to Colorado once when I was 15-ish, and it was during the summer. So I know what you mean about the dry heat, because it gets fucking hot there in the summer, though. But they are also a state that, now that it's September, could have a foot of snow any day.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, thank you.
My brother Andrew's wife had a post. She just shared the post the other day. 94 degrees one day, 38 degrees and snow the very next day.
Yeah,
no
crazy.
Like,
that's crazy, man.
So mad and confused. But
I swear there was a movie about that when the temperature switches that quick. It's like, what was that fucking movie? 2012 or something, where everything froze in New York.
I have no idea.
I know what you're talking. Oh, fuck, I know what you're talking about. Where the whole town,
Everything
the whole
froze
city froze.
because the temperature, the poles flipped or some shit.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I watched it. My wife watched that movie, and they were in the one building. They burned books and shit and chairs and yeah.
They're like, if the temperature drops like a certain degrees too fast,
But what
something crazy is gonna happen.
So I'm going to tell you one quick Colorado story when I was high. So out there, they have weed infused, candy, soda. They have weed infused soda and all this stuff. So I got a weed infused soda. I had a hemperita. You guys know about this from Horror Research 30. These delicious little drinks. And I was already smoking. I was already high as shit. I got two stories, two quick ones. But anyway, so at one point, I'm holding the hemperita in one hand and I'm holding the soda in the other hand. The top's off the hemp, like both of them are open. And I was so high, I couldn't figure out which one to drink. I don't know what we were watching. So I'm staring at the TV, literally holding these things for like 10, 15 minutes. Couldn't decide which one to drink. I was like, yo, Henry, you want this hemperita? He's like, nah. I was like, well, can you put it over there on the on the stand? So he puts it over on the end table or whatever. I finished my soda. About 2 minutes later, yo, can you pass me that hemperita? I was literally just like stuck. Not decide which one I wanted to drink. I'm like, what the fuck?
Either you could have mixed them or drank them both anyway.
I thought about all that.
Wow.
And I couldn't make a decision, so I had to set one down.
Well, I can't decide. I go, fuck it, I'm taking both.
The soda was blue raspberry, so I didn't really want to mix it, but I couldn't decide. I wanted to, I didn't want to. Like I couldn't even get over that, so that's why I just set it down. That's the first story. Second story, we were at the con again. I'm high as shit, and we get into the con. We're standing up against the wall, just chilling, talking because Henry's eating a pretzel with cheese. And out of nowhere, someone walks up to me, hands me a card, and says "Hail Hydra," and just walks away. I was so confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was just standing there holding the card. I think Henry grabbed it. He just started laughing because he noticed everything and he explained it to me. He told me then, but it didn't really click. Then he told me like later on. I was like, oh,
It's a Marvel thing.
Oh shit! No, I know now. Like once he told me when I wasn't high, I knew. But it was like perfect
sworn
timing.
enemy of Captain America.
It was like perfect timing because the guy must have seen me. He was like, this motherfucker over here is high as hell. He's not gonna know what's going on. Let me get him.
Those have got to be, if you can pick them out, those have got to be the best people to fuck with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I honestly wish it got recorded on video. I would have loved for that to have happened because it was like me telling it and you guys seeing it. Both of those things I just mentioned would have been hilarious. Like, what the fuck? Why is this asshole just sitting here holding these two drinks?
Now I want to go.
We know your zombie state. We know it.
Now I want to go work at a con and just look for people that are drunk or high and just say random shit to them.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
It would be funny.
People. Speaking of cons, hopefully the Empire State Comic Con will be back in Albany next year. Hopefully, because that's the same people that run the one that was out in Colorado, the Colorado Springs Comic Con.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they go to Colorado, here, Rhode Island, and a few other places. But if they do, I'm gonna get a media table. Either a media table or my wife's gonna get a table to like sell shit. But I'm still gonna bring the podcast.
Nice.
Word.
But yeah. So back to the movie. I guess we could jump in the final ratings and we can spin the wheel and then we'll review
Goonies, baby.
I'm gonna say something really quick though.
Oh,
At the end, I would have shot all those guys.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have brought them back. You burnt my cabin down. You almost killed me.
Yeah, they were out for murder between burning and shooting the cabin. I did enjoy, of course, the nice wolf ass bite there at the end.
Yep.
That was, of course,
But
funny.
I would have took them out though. As soon as I got out there pointing a gun at him, or I would have let the wolf go ahead, White Fang, tear him apart.
I couldn't find a lot of trivia on this movie. Like the couple things I did find, like so White Fang, the wolf, his name was actually Jed.
It's always a weird name.
Yeah, he played the dog/alien in John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982.
I just watched the thing like last week too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that movie.
So he was an Alaskan Malamute Canadian timber wolf hybrid.
Awesome.
I knew he looked a little bit too close to be a husky.
Yeah. So and he also acted as Wolf in The Journey of Natty Gann in 1985, whatever that is. So
Okay.
that's your little bit of trivia from White Fang. There was a sequel, White Fang 2, Myth of the White Wolf in 1994. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if that was a theatrical release or straight to VHS at the time.
No clue.
I'm not sure. I did see it. I know I liked it, but it didn't hit like the first one did.
I'm sure it didn't.
The dog wasn't even in it, and I think it was a different dog too.
Yeah.
Like, look, the dog looked the same. The white dude they played, the guy looked the same, but it wasn't.
A lot of white.
Oh yeah,
A lot of snow.
a lot of white.
You know, I think it's something cool to be said about the situation with the whole gold and them finding it. You know, like James said, though, you know, you leave them alive, they got mouths, they can tell other people if whether or not, you know, I mean, the town's going to talk, oh shit, these guys are by themselves in a little cabin mining all this gold and we know where it is. Let's go get them. That's problem one with keeping them alive. Not that.
Well, to be fair, when those guys went after them, though, it wasn't about the gold. I think that was more about revenge over taking the wolf and everything.
But this would have escalated them to try to find another reason to come after them, or a way to get to them, or for a reason to come after. And then that's the cherry on the pie. Then they are never going to stop. Wait, we have an endless supply of gold up on that mountain. We need to go after them and make this happen. Like, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job with most of it. I like also with that scene as well. It's just speaking to the character of Ethan Hawke's character or whatnot while he's in the place. Hey, add homeboy's name to it as well. I mean, that says volumes about a person. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. B, even if he did think about it, he still did not have to be like, hey, put that down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But just to show you guys the cover of the thing. Different.
Yeah, White Fang 2.
White Fang 2. Like I said, I did see it. It was all right.
Oh my god! Oh my god! They made him into a Native American Indian, like mountain man. What happened?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god!
He denied the gold, man. He stayed in the fucking mountains.
Oh my god!
Well, I'm sticking with my final rating as a 6. This movie was enjoyable. If you like animal movies, cute animals, you like having your heart broken by watching, you know, the baby wolf's mom die, of course. The Bambi aspect, as you can probably refer to it as. I don't know. It's cool. It's fun watching a trained wolf be happy like a dog and things like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Because the dog was cute and I wanted it, I'll bump it up to a 5.
Okay.
Same reasons. I don't know. These movies to me are like not my thing to go to, but they're also not bad at the same time. So yeah, so I'm just stick with a 5.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to a 5. I mean,
I'm gonna bump mine up to a 7. It's a solid film. It's definitely one of the, I guess I could say, better of the like Disney type storytelling movies that just look just like a animated movie or whatnot. I just, like I said, I just wish there was a little bit more of a higher pace flow to it, I guess you can say, and a little bit more of a dramatic aspect of it to kind of make you attach yourself more to some of the situations and people, where this just felt like it was like event after event after event after event, conversation after conversation. Even when they get into an argument in the cabin and they're just like, and he just pushes them kind of, and you can tell it looked like an awkward push for the cast, and he falls back and the clothes rack falls on him and they just stand there and like,
and laugh. Yeah,
whatever. But you know, but other than that, it's definitely a movie I could see again. Would I go look for it? I don't know, but if I catch it, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, guess that leaves me. Well, you guys already know I'm sticking with my 10. I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I love the movie. One of my favorite movies since I was a kid. I actually there's this TV series I've never seen that Henry got me, I don't even know how many years ago, probably about 10, 15 years ago as a gift, and it's still like in the saran wrap. I need to open it and check it out. But yeah, I'm huge fan, 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. I'll pull the wheel up now.
Let's do it.
And I do want to say one thing. I do have an announcement, peoples. So I was talking to the guys earlier. We're going to start from this episode on. We're going to I made a spreadsheet to get everybody's ratings for the movies that we're going to be reviewing. And at the end of the year, or at some point, we're going to do best and worst of top 10, bottom 10. Might be 2 different episodes of it, but top 10, bottom 10. We're going to be doing this on Horror Research 30 as well. So
Sounds like fun.
I'm not gonna go back. I'm too lazy to do this. If anybody else wants to go back and go through all the episodes and see what our ratings were,
I do not.
I'm a move forward type of person, so
Yeah,
that
me
shit
too.
is done already.
I don't live in the past.
I don't like listening to myself, so
I don't mind. I love listening to myself. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing. That being said, and the only movie that I'm gonna quote unquote I'll say go back for, because I remember the rating, is Blood Lake for the horror podcast, because that's easy. But everything else, it's gonna be from Tuesday's episode and forward, and for Popcorn and Pints from tonight and forward. Like I said, I already made the spreadsheets earlier, and yeah, so that's gonna be fun. So let me shuffle this wheel up, and let's see what wheel we will be spinning next. I'll let
do it.
Destiny thing get to the top. Then I'll spin it. Anybody hoping for a certain wheel? Or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
yeah, it don't matter, man. Just glad we're back.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is it
Wheel of
cheese and crackers?
cheese and
Yes, it
crackers or
is.
wheel of hate?
It's gonna be cheese and crackers.
Ooh, keep going. Just don't.
Wheel of hate.
Nah,
It's like
crackers.
No,
Dick
All
teeth.
right. I don't remember. What's
I don't remember it's on here.
I was
Either.
just hoping it would hit the hate wheel, but I know there's some fun stuff on here. We're probably gonna hit the fucking Vanilla Ice movie now.
Oh shit!
I think that was on the hate wheel.
Oh,
Hate one or the white one? We'll find out. Cheese and crackers.
I'm pretty sure it's the hate wheel.
Oh.
Spice World. Who put Spice World on?
I
think either you or James did that.
I think my wife said put it. I don't know.
like,
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember.
I don't remember. I don't
Fuck,
remember.
man.
It's been so long.
I don't remember either.
I kind of hoping for Spice World now.
You guys
Maybe just
remember
for the
back in the
songs.
day, the squiggly line access? I know you know what I'm talking about, Squirrely or Sturdy.
Called me squirrely.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
He's talking about the
I'm not
Spice
even
Channel.
Oh, shit.
Nope. Too far. Too far.
Oh, I was gonna say, asking you shall receive.
The assassination.
I don't know what this
The
is.
assassin.
Jesse. This. Okay.
Jesse James, gotcha.
Okay, so it's a Western.
That's got to be an Abraham movie.
Yep.
yeah,
that's
definitely.
The
That's
assassination.
Brad,
of Jesse James.
Brad Pitt. Okay.
I
You
never
realize
heard of
it's
this.
probably got to be like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I feel like just by the name, that's going to be like 3 hours long.
I'm probably not gonna hate it. I'm super
No.
into history and all of that stuff.
I'm not gonna hate it. I can
So-
watch those movies. I watched the Marvelous Seven or something like that. Butch Cassidy. No, is it Butch? No, not Butch Cassidy. Wait, it might be. I can't remember the fucking
Wyatt
names.
Earp.
Wyatt Earp, Billy the Kid. I watched shit about those. It's
Billy Madison.
oh, that would be cool. It's not. It's gonna
Nope.
miss
Big
it.
Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Okay.
Here you go. I wipe
Good.
my own ass.
All right. That'd be a good one.
I wipe my own ass.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie popped into my head the other day. I don't remember why or
You're psychic. You know
what
what's
was
happening.
going on.
You're
Well, all right.
manifesting again.
You are.
Okay.
Big Daddy and the assassination of Jesse James or whatever it is.
Somebody call.
Interesting.
Who needs me? Should I go get my cape? Daddy, to the rescue!
Should I go get my cape? Well, guys, you know what time it is. Who's gonna do the truffle shuffle?
Not me. No thanks. There you go.
There you go.
I don't have the belly to do it.
Oh shit.
I'll take it for the team.
Fucking truffle shuffle, baby. One-eyed Willie.
We're diving
I have
into Goonies.
Updated my name to One-eyed Willie from Gray Beaver.
There we go. There we go.
That was really
Early
fun.
ratings. Early ratings for not only for you guys but anybody that is watching.
So there's so many references as I'm watching this that I can pick out just from general pop culture and shit that I've seen that has come out after this movie.
Mhm.
But as I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't think I've ever sat down and watched this movie all the way through.
Really? Wow.
Like, I know the history behind it. I know all the actors in it. I know so much trivia about this movie. It's weird. But I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, I can't remember if it's just been so long and I haven't watched this since I was a kid, or if I've legit never watched it. Like, I'll just sat there and watched it. But I give this movie a fucking 10, man. This movie is fucking fantastic all the way through. Like, there's nothing. It's just so wacky and off the wall with these kids that there is nothing to not love in this movie.
Like you said, all the references. This movie's iconic. I watched this multiple times. And I'm with you. This is a solid 10. This movie's like, anybody can recall this movie. Least think of any reference from it. They heard a meme from game shows, from people saying references on TV shows about this. It's just a great adventure movie. It's like fucking, it's just fun. 10.
I'm early rating. I'm gonna give this one like an 8.5. I'm in that range, so I'm gonna call it 8.5. I've actually probably seen this movie 5-6 times when I was younger, and never to its entirety. Always with bits and pieces here and there, and chopping up, and like coming back and being distracted or whatnot. You're a kid, you're all over the place. I never actually sat there, but I knew it. I knew some of the references or whatnot. Going back and watching it, it's just a innocent kind of childlike, just some things are absurd and like out there, but who cares? It works. And just like the way they got, I'll go into it on the next part, but yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Before I give my rating, Chris, what did you, Caucasian Chris, what did you give White Fang for your rating? Was it 6?
6.
6. All right. I'm just on this
6.
Right now. And for me, this perfect week, 10 out of 10 for both films.
Nice.
This one, I was fucking laughing at so much. Like, I forgot how funny this movie was, and I did watch it at work. We had like a holiday party, 2019. James, remember?
Yep.
The sound on the thing wasn't great, but we still heard it. Some we were like, just having it on in the background. It was more of a background noise thing. But I actually did sit down and watch it today, and I just forgot how fucking funny it was. I was laughing so much in this movie, just that silly shit. And I feel like it's that it was like some of course, the 90s jokes, because this is when it came out. And it just resonated so well. I'm just like, this shit is still fucking funny. This shit still stands up for me. Still holds up, sorry. And I mean, I have no complaints about it. And when this movie came out, this was like around the time when they were doing similar films as like adventure type films with children. And this is one of those films where it's like, I wish I could have been one of these guys' friends in this film, going through this fun adventure with them. And that's what I got from this. Even as an adult, I'm still like, this would have been a fun fucking adventure. I mean, I wouldn't go into a cave, but make believe.
Yeah. Yo, they go hard on portraying a fucking a fat kid. Like, this dude was obsessed with dude's food. He was driven all about food.
Oh yeah, man.
Smell the ice cream.
Right. And here's the thing: a
like,
lot of people these days will like go back at this movie like, "Yo, this movie's offensive against blah blah." Listen, I'm fat. I think it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, come on.
I don't think honestly, like this movie was made in 1985, and I'm watching this. I don't think there's anything in here that doesn't hold up.
Exactly.
I love the fact that these are two bigger dudes, the fat kid and the monster, who are essentially the outcasts in, especially this time, I wouldn't say outcasts, but they're like the discounted people, I guess you would say, because, fat kids were always tossed aside. Last one's blah, 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 blah. Yep. But you got this kid who's got charisma and a fucking sense of humor. You got the big brute there who is just misunderstood, and they come to the rescue and they do all of it. What I mean? Like, it's triumphant. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the first scene that comes to mind as I watch this, and I straight out is Chunk in, I don't know if it's a pizza shop or whatever. He's playing the video game. There's the high-speed chase that's going by, and he goes to bang on the window and smashes his milkshake all over him. He's like, shit.
Yeah.
just from that point on,
that's
from
the
that
setup
point
of
on,
Klutz.
I was I was into the movie, man. It was
Wherever they touch, they time it. They're like, give it, hold on, 5, 4, 3, and he drops it. They're like, oh, okay, thank you. And they go find the map in the picture because he always breaks shit.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen the beginning to this
Yep.
movie.
Really? Wow.
I've always seen it on TV. So the TV, I don't think, showed him hanging himself in the jail cell and how he gets out. I only remember that him
Oh.
running out of the jail, of the police station, getting in the car, and then the chase ensues. I don't
See,
remember the first like 3 minutes of this movie ever seeing it.
See, I think I did remember because I remember the note. I remember the note saying you're basically you're stupid. Think I'm going to kill myself or something. I remember that part.
so.
So I might have seen it on VHS.
It's
on
funny
TV.
so it's funny you mentioned that. No, so it's funny you mentioned not remembering that. So as I was looking up trivia and stuff about the movie, I did find out like the shooting script was like super lengthy, like at over 120 pages, which is excessive for movies, especially in the mid 80s. Several, like, they cut out a lot from the final theatrical version, so you can catch different versions of this movie. Like if it ever airs on TV, some stations put in different scenes. Like there's shit that was shot for this movie you're not going to see if you don't see different versions of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
I didn't know that.
So that could be entirely what happened if you don't remember the beginning.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff. I remember seeing the Ma in the car getting ready to pour in the gas, and then all of a sudden the dude's running out, and he looks back, gets going, and the guy throws or shoots or whatever it is that starts the fire, and then they book it. And I was like, oh.
But
Okay.
I want to go back, Worst Damn Gamer. I want to go back to what you were saying just a couple minutes ago about how what was his name? Chunk, and what was the Chunk and Sloth? How
Lars.
How they're like the outcasts and all this stuff, and how they end up becoming the heroes. I like how they kind of switched it, because usually with a movie like this, it's usually the pretty boy or the pretty girl that's the hero and all this other and this just threw all that shit out the window. It was like, let's do this, and then I don't know if this movie was the first one to do it, probably not, but there was a few other movies, I can't think of any off the top of my head, that to where they started to take this kind of route of, let's give the unpopular funny looking. I mean that in the sense of just, how kids are. Let's give the nerd, let's give that kid that's sitting over there in the corner, let's give him the shine, let's give them the shine, let them be
the underdogs.
There you go. That might have been a better term. But the underdogs can still be like a pretty boy type of thing if you're thinking of like a sports movie. So I'm thinking of like the person you wouldn't pick for anything. And it's usually the fat kid. Or
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, if you were just looking at the picture that's behind you, you would assume that Corey Feldman was going to be.
You have your group of losers, and he's the loser of the loser.
Yeah. Which
actually, Corey Feldman was like the most annoying. He was loud, so I understand why they give him the name Mouth. But he did have a funny part. Him fucking with that maid, the helper. That was pretty fucking funny.
Telling her about the cocaine.
And the sex drugs they organize up his drawer. They're like,
that was fantastic.
How hard?
First off, how does this little how does this 11-year-old know fucking Spanish?
I think he was.
I
think he was Spanish. He played like half Spanish in this or something. I think, right? Was he?
Well, if he's in junior high school, he's learning Spanish. If his dad was his dad,
I don't like. There was no real indication.
I think.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's not necessarily a stretch because there are a lot of bilingual people.
No, that was Mikey. That was like the main kid.
Another thing that had me laughing: booty traps instead of booby traps.
Booty.
I had, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I gotta type this in the group chat just so I don't forget it.
Yo, those parts made me laugh anyways. Like the bat thing where the teeth, Joker's version. That the teeth like gripping against a rock. Yeah, that's gonna hold your weight. That's what makes it silly. You laugh. You're like, come on, man.
That was called the pincers of power.
Yes, there you go. I forgot the name. I was trying to think of it. But then he had the fucking boxing glove hidden out of nowhere. Just comes out.
Oh, data.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Lost Chris.
Oh, shit.
Technical difficulties.
he just
back. He's back. I'm bringing him back right now.
What was the other point I was gonna?
There we go. I don't know if I have some kind of delay or something going on.
His internet is drunk. He got
Real
drunk.
quick, I'm going to call it out. What's that girl? What's her name? Maggie? She's a slut.
Andy.
Wow.
Andy, she is slutty.
James, that is not nice.
Yo, I'm just going to throw it out there, man.
You're not wrong, man. She was all over anybody that would touch her.
Raging hormone teenager.
Yeah, whoever says she was
Like she was in the
straight. She was like, yo, you gotta calm down.
She was in the car at when you first meet her with the other with Tony or whatever his name was, I don't remember. Like wearing his like name jacket or something. And now she's all over Josh Brolin.
Yeah. And the thing is, he messed that in the car, he messed that up.
They even put the scenes in there where you make you think she's gonna end up hooking up with the little brother.
Hell yeah.
Even before they actually kissed.
Yeah, it was confusing on that. I'm like, damn, no, this chick is getting everywhere. And I think if Troy did fuck with Brandon, what's his name? The character? Brandon? No, Max?
His name, I think his name was actually Brandon, but they called him Brand.
The older brother. What's the name? I forgot.
Josh Brolin.
But yeah, there you go, Josh Brolin. But anyways, if he didn't mess with him, bully him, I bet Troy would have took her down that night. He would have got it. He fucked that up. He cock-blocked himself right there.
CB.
I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there. But no, even scared. They're in a cave, lost. Think they're going to die. Oh, we lost him again. He's having some issues. I'm throwing that out there. I'll wait till he gets back. But no, even scared. They're in a cave, lost. Think they're going to die. Oh, we lost him again. Uh-oh. Issues. I'm throwing that out there. I'll wait till he gets back. But no, even scared.
All right.
What the hell happened? What'd you do?
Because I was pulling it up.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I reset my modem before this all started, so.
Huh. I didn't notice because you're just going along with us.
Yeah. But what were you saying, James?
I'm drunk.
I was saying that, I don't know. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Something about when Brandon CB'd and then the girl, she was going.
Oh, Troy cock-blocked herself by messing with him when he was on the bike. I think he would have got with her.
Yeah, man, that's the whole bully aspect right there. Don't be a bully. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, he ruined it, man. But no, that's what I was saying. So they're down, like, scared, dying. She still had making out with this dude in her mind.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, man.
She was super. She may have been the most hormonally charged character out of this group.
I know it. I just had to throw that out there.
But I would and again, early on in the movie, I was laughing, like I said, ever since Chunk crushed his milkshake against the glass and it spilled all over him. But even when he comes to the gate right before he does the truffle shuffle, or no, it was right after when they show all the gadgets they have set up to open the gate.
Open the
Chunk.
gate.
You're going for it. I know what you're going to
Just
say.
for him, because everybody else jumps it because they're fit. Data comes through windows. Like Batman. And Chunk is like, I'm fat. I can't jump a fence, guys. Okay, you got to wait 5 minutes until the bowling ball goes down and hits all the other shit.
That's what had me laughing because I'm like, this whole scene, like it was cool. And again, it was at that time where they're doing all these gadget things with kids and shit. But it's like they could have just simply walked down the fucking stairs, opened the gate, and walked back up before all that shit was even done.
It's like,
that came from Mousetrap.
And how did mom get in? The mom and the nanny walked in and out of that gate, no problem. They didn't have no way for no bowling ball.
They probably just opened the fucking gate.
They did. They just opened it. They're like, hey, we're here.
But Chris, now I want to get back to you. What did you think about that scene? How hard were you laughing at that scene where he was wrestling where they're talking in Spanish?
Oh, dude, it was hilarious. And then the thing that made it better, I don't know if you guys had the same thought or not. I was literally about to get on this part here. Is the whole time I'm laughing at that, right? I'm listening to it and I'm like, all right, he's kind of hitting it. Kind of sounds right? So then you get done with the scene and this chick is crossing the street, right? The cars fly by and they zoom in close. And the whole time, all I keep thinking is, oh my God, this is who, what's her name? Rosita or whatever from Family Guy is modeled after.
Yes,
I was dying. No, here. I was fucking dying, bro.
I bet it is, honestly. I bet that's where they got it from. They had to.
I was fucking dying. I'm like, holy fuck. Yep. No,
Oh
it's
man.
like you said, all those little cool kid hijinks, the shit they get into. Yeah, some of it's a little bit like far fetched and kind of
Yep.
like stretched for Hollywood, but not for nothing. This is a great adventure. It's a great story to tell. And to kids, if shit like this is going on, you think of it as like a split screen, a kid's view versus an adult's view. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the kid's view is going to be this shit of what happened, and the adult's view is going to be of this shit of what happened. The same
Yep.
fucking situation, just
Very true.
two different situations and antics, and like set in different like mindscapes of reality. You know what I
That
mean?
is true.
Another thing I'll say to add on to that too, Chris, is this type of movie is one of those movies to where it makes you use your imagination as a kid. Like, because after you watch this, you want to pretend that you're the Goonies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Pretend that you're the Goonies. You want to do this, of course.
You want a treasure hunt?
Yeah.
It
And
definitely makes you want to sit back and go, God, I miss being young again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, that, and I mean this. Yeah, that's another huge thing. Is like this is one of those for me. Both of these movies, but you could definitely say the Goonies with the adventure and stuff is like this makes me miss my childhood because obviously you didn't go on these type of adventures, but you're doing something where you're pretending you're doing some shit similar to
Yeah.
this from these
Right.
type of films.
You and your group of friends, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like just to go off topic a little bit as far as movie wise. First, the Ninja Turtles movie when I was growing up, even in my adult years, a lot of times I'd have a pizza every time I watch those damn movies. Damn near every
That's
time
what's up.
I'd be eating pizza. I'm like, I have to. I fucking have to.
Yeah.
And
Well, they show it. It's like burnt in your mind. They show pizza like 1,000 times in the movie. It makes you crave it. So why not
Domino's
prepare
product
for it?
placing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. You got to prepare. For
Domino's and then Pizza Hut for the newer ones. But again, though, go like with that, it's geared toward. It's maybe towards older kids with the movie, but it's geared towards kids. Kids love pizza, so it's simple. Like it's a simple fucking. I know it was in the comic books and shit too, but it's just like a simple thing to boom with the turtles thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Go ahead.
Looking at that picture over your shoulder again, I'm sorry. I know I got a lot to say here, but
Me or
looking
me?
at that shoulder again, no, me, yours, yeah, the one with the Goonies. Well, even that one too. It just, now I'm trying to think, and I'm typing over here. Like, what year did the Breakfast Club come out? Because then it's like, yo, did they take that idea of this to turn it into adults, or did they take the adult idea into the kids range? But then you think further along, and it's like, yo, was this maybe an inspiration for things like Recess, the cartoon? With the kids in grade school, you know what I mean, getting into hijinks and doing all that stuff.
What's
Who
this
knows how big of a
before?
fan the creators were?
I don't
Say it
know
again?
if this was before. I don't know if this was before Breakfast Club.
If it was after, maybe.
Well,
they took
I
that
think they're
Breakfast Club
both. They're both
mentality and
80.
was like,
They're both 80 movies, right?
I don't know.
February 15th, 1985, Breakfast Club came out.
So they were both around the same year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same year. Goonies came out 85. I don't know when in the year.
Wow.
Imagine you're sitting
Goonies
at
came
some
out-
table, you're
Goonies-
hanging out at a Hollywood function, someone overhears your shit and turns it into the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
June 7th, 1985 is when, so a few months later. But
Wow.
I'll say
There you go.
this, these films are so 80s. There's like a certain, I guess you'd say shtick that certain eras they stick to. Like with this, how you have the kids. Breakfast Club is like what, teens, right? Because aren't they in
Yeah,
They're in high school.
They're in
yeah.
detention and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
for teenagers. So but it was still like a group of friends, like you're saying, getting into certain hijinks and all that. They kind of stick to the same type of.
Well, they become friends. They're not friends in the Breakfast Club at first.
Yeah, but there's some sort of conflict, and then they end up becoming friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of the movie, and yeah, but anyway though, yeah, this again with this Goonies shit, man, I just again forgot how good it was and forgot how funny it was. Like I didn't forget how good it was on it, like to that extent, but as far as the comedy in it, like I was just like, holy shit, this is funny as fuck. Like this is ridiculously fucking funny, and I love it. I fucking love it. I don't know anybody that's around our age that does not like this movie. That does not like the Goonies. They might not say it's a 10, but
Yeah, I don't know anybody either.
and you know what I mean? That won't go, hey you guys, or just
Or a sign, yeah.
you say it like that, they're gonna, oh shit, Goonies. They might forget the title for a second, and as soon as you say Goonies, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I got it. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's good. It feels good to have two movies that are so fucking great, and that's why I'm kind of nervous for next Saturday. Because again, I gave the movies a 10 each. I know you guys gave them between 5s and 7s. for White Fang, but still, we got two films that none of us are mad we watched either one of them. Back
No,
to back.
not at
Like,
all.
True.
and it's a little nerve wracking because I forgot what did we do for Tuesday on Horror Research 30? There he is.
Love it, Kyle. Love it.
Even Kyle seen us all the way out in Canada. Didn't even know we had it. You know, I know. I gotta fuck with Kyle. What did we do, James, on Tuesday? I know Thursday we did In Fear. I forgot what we did on Tuesday, but I feel like it was maybe decent. So
Shit, I can't remember now.
we're gonna have a streak of bad movies coming up soon.
Holy shit, I forgot.
We're gonna have a streak of bad movies coming up on both shows very soon, people. Because
5 girls.
Oh, no doubt.
5 girls.
Yeah, okay, all right. I take that back. 5 girls was like a so yeah,
Wow,
decent. We
that's
had
a lot
no
more
bad
than
movies.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
5
titties.
girls this time.
There was titties.
You
in
need a
it.
gallon.
5 girls, 1 gallon.
I'd watch it maybe 4 times just to make sure.
There was definitely a few references to the movie as well from some of like the Spielberg stuff and some of the other things. I mean, right at the end when why can I never remember his fucking name? What's his face? The monster.
Lars Sloth.
Sloth.
I think his
yeah,
real name
Sloth.
is Lar, right? Lars.
Sloth. Yeah. He fucking, rips his outer off. He's got his suspenders on with the big Superman thing. If you listen, the track is the Superman theme song from the 80s or 90s or whatever. You know what I mean? There was a couple other things that I was like, oh shit.
Or older.
I did notice one thing too in one of the scenes. When they're going through and there's all the skeletons and shit. Most of them look fake as shit, except for the one directly that he touches with the eye patch. Like it looked like that skull.
One Eye Willie.
A real
One-Eyed
one,
Willie.
yeah. I was like,
One-Eyed
that one
Willie.
doesn't have the same sheen or different, and the teeth are, I don't know, that looks a little decayed.
Yeah.
So I was
You know
wondering
what's,
if that was an actual thing.
When I was looking up trivia, one of the more interesting found, like, these are kids. They're not experienced actors. So the director's using all kinds of tricks needs out of them. So when they're overwhelmed, they're excited. So the reactions you see when they see the pirate ship, that is the first time eyes on the pirate ship. Like they weren't allowed to see it before.
Wow.
And they ended up using like the second because like in the very first take, they were swearing too much. Everyone was saying, "Oh shit," too much. The second time. And that's the take. Like they were not allowed to see the pirate ship before.
That's awesome. Especially if you're a kid, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, this is real. This is so dope. And we get to play on
exactly.
this?
Like, of excitement and wonder was, actually honest look that they weigh by how cool that looked as kids.
That makes it even better. That makes, like, if I didn't give this movie a 10 already just because of that fact, they would have gotten a 10. But it's just, oh man,
I love
had
Data's
earphones
gadgets.
on
I think
watching.
what happened?
I loved
Go ahead.
Data's gadgets the whole way through.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Just he kept pulling shit out, and then I loved it was an awesome touch at the end where his dad goes to take the picture, and that's where, and he has the belt that pops up with the camera, so you can see where he gets all his innovation from. I thought that was a fun touch, and I feel like obviously he had a little. I mean, he was an Asian kid. They obviously had a little bit of like that in language, but I didn't think it was overdone.
Yeah.
If you look back on it now,
Not at all.
it was I don't know, man. Just the group of kids, they all came together really well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just to watch them interact. Josh Brolin, first time he's been on film. That was his very first movie.
That was his first time?
Wow.
Okay.
Brolin, yeah.
Did not know that.
Thanos.
Did not know that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't only until 2016, 17 maybe when he started doing more things like Country for Old Men or whatever it was, and a few other things that I know I saw him on. So a couple Netflix films, a Western or two, and
He was W in the George W. I think.
oh yeah, that's right. And Men in Black, 3 or 4? The 3.
Oh, the
He
young
was-
young K.
Yep.
Oh
Is
shit.
it K or
Pretty sure that was
it's
him.
K, right? Yeah.
K, Agent K. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the other things that made me fucking laugh hard was, I'm trying to watch it on a screen. I'm doing a bunch of things moving around. So I had it on my tablet as well so I can go and like get dinner going and talk to my neighbor. So it's in my ear. And I swear to God, I had to like rewind it again. but when he's fucking scarfing out on the ice cream and he's saying whatever, I swear I can hear laughter. I swear with the headphones on, I heard laughter. So I'm like, that's probably fucking production crew. The other kids dying their asses off. And they fucking kept it. I fucking loved it. And then the other thing I noticed too was in the scene when they're looking at the picture, homeboy next to him counts off 1, 2, 3, and then he drops the fucking
That's what I'm
thing.
saying, because he's a klutz. It don't take him long. He did the little joke. It's like he's touching it. Something's gonna happen. Get a countdown.
He knew it.
Well, like there's one scene. I think it was in the cave towards
I think
the
that was
end.
for timing though, for the kid to drop it.
Yeah.
No, it's because of how clumsy he is. Because remember when Data comes in the window, and he comes through the screen and knocks everybody over, and they knock over the mother statue, and Chunk catches it.
And a dick broke off.
He's like, you guys thought I was going to drop it. He's like, you guys thought I was going to drop it and break it. And he puts it at like the edge of the table, and it falls off like 3 seconds after he says that shit.
They spent more time on that naked David statue than I was anticipating, and I was like, the longer they kept that going, I was just cracking up more and more. Especially when they glued his junk on upside down,
Yeah.
and it was pointing up.
Upside down. He was like, you think your mom will notice?
Yeah, you just
Like
gave it a boner.
And he's like, that's her favorite part.
Yes. Like, of course it is. Or else you guys wouldn't be here. I was like, wow, they really went there.
I'm like, dude, it was awesome. Like, as kids, it's hilarious. The one scene I think is somewhere around the pirate ship scene where Data, because they say shit in this movie enough. Data, the kid, actually goes shit instead of saying the word shit. And because he had promised his mom he wouldn't say bad language.
Oh.
So in the scene, they had him spell T instead of saying actual shit.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That's a new way to talk to the producer. Like, listen, I want my kid swearing. What about if he spells it? It's the same thing. Your kid, it's in his mind. He knows what the shit
I know,
is.
really.
He's gonna go to school like,
your kid's getting 20 grand to do this movie. It's 1989. He's gonna do it, or I find somebody else. Like,
I am curious.
You know what I fucking said.
I am curious what the kids made for this movie. I couldn't find anything on like what the money wise what these kids were paid.
Total budget was like 19 million. I think I remember seeing
the budget or what they made.
The budget was 19. They made 60, I think.
No, the budget was 19.
I can't remember.
19 million. They grossed 120 worldwide on a budget of $19 million.
Damn, and still going.
Yeah.
So
people are still watching, renting this
U.S.
That's
I
crazy.
think 60 million of that was in the U.S. because I think I think I remember seeing something about censorships or something with other countries or whatnot. So they kept either taking it out of theaters or re-editing it.
Yeah, they're like, again, they show much extra of this. If you catch it on like different networks that air it, you may catch a different scene.
So now I gotta look out for
Which
that.
is
Now.
fascinating.
I never knew that.
Yeah, you said 120 pages. That sounds like that's double the length. You know,
I don't like.
It would have been a 3.5, 4.5 hour movie. And it's like,
yeah,
oh,
that's a long script. That is a long script, especially if you're talking about a movie based on kids as your cast.
Yeah,
very true. Very true.
Right, we had a lot to say about this one.
Wow.
So there is declared Goonies Day by of Astoria at the time.
Wow.
I wish we recorded this on June 7th now. Goonies Day.
We should watch Goonies every June 7th and just talk about it. Goonies.
We got to remember. We have to remember. At least bring it up. Just, hey, you guys.
That's the tag right there to remember. So everybody can remember. You know what time it is?
Yeah, it's that time again, people. It's that fucking time again.
But I liked through this thing. It was like a little action. It was like an Indiana Jones adventure going. Even in the thing when they're with the pipes, it made it like outside of their scene pranks, like what the shit was going on in the major golf club or something. But the toilets, because they're fucking with the pipes. That was like funny. I was like, oh shit.
The toilet explosion there after the guy goes and sits on it.
In the water fountain.
When I think I'm trying to think of my favorite scenes, without question, one of them is spilling his guts to the mobsters there. They're like, and they're threatening to like lend his hand. It's like, tell us everything. And then he just goes through everything back.
I pushed
he's
my
done.
sister. She went down the
His life.
stairs. I did, like
His whole life. Then he ended up stealing the dude's ice cream and started eating it. And the dude's looking at him like, "Yo, you just took my ice cream." But he started to like him. He thought he was entertaining.
Yeah,
This
and
kid's,
he's
like, making him
my
laugh.
favorite. The best part about that, I thought, was when he was talking about his theater prank where he went in there with like fake vomit, pretended to throw up. And he's like, everyone in the theater started vomiting. I felt.
Yep, that part too. I was like, this.
Yeah, that was all good. Every story he was saying just coming out, it was funny.
It was
like
just-
all fucked up shit.
It's like so absolutely ridiculous, everything in this movie. But honestly, it's also the way I feel like it's also the way kids act. Like it's so real.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like this movie works so well, because I feel they were like, okay, you know, we have to kind of make this to where these roles make sense for these kids. Yes, they're doing some ridiculous shit, of course, but with the imagination, the way kids act and all that, they had to put that in there. And then they did a great. I have zero complaints about either film, but I'll say just because we're speaking on Goonies, I have zero complaints about this film. Like when I was getting ready to watch it earlier, I'm like, oh shit, it's about an hour and 53 minutes. I knew I liked the film, but it doesn't feel like it's a damn near 2-hour movie.
I realized it was almost a 2-hour movie when I went to watch it. Yeah.
That's a job well done right there.
It went by like that. And those type of movies I fucking love, when you're like, oh shit, this movie's about to be 2-3 hours, but it feels like it was just like a regular hour and a half movie. And yeah, they did an amazing job with this. Like if this movie was longer, I wouldn't have been mad. I'll say that. If this movie was, let's say, another half hour, I wouldn't have been mad at it.
Or even a series.
Oh, Goonies series, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Goonies series would have been dope. Like,
I mean,
you
there's been,
wouldn't have
of
had
course,
the cursing and stuff, but
The Adventures of the Goonies.
there's been, of
Yeah,
course, talks of fucking sequels for
for
ever
years.
since this came out. So that it's
There-
just
there
always
is-
been an off and on for actually happening.
There's actually a Goonies 2. It's
What?
just not a movie. It's a
Really?
video game for the NES. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
I never knew that.
It's crazy. I think they did a great job balancing the whole dynamic of trying to get kids acting like kids, as far as them talking over
Yeah.
each other, having, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then balancing the dynamic of the adults in the film as well with their comic hijinks, but that aren't as crazy. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Because I'm these kids, you know?
I like how they take the mindset of a kid too, the invincibility, like being the invincible, because they're like they want to see this house, like the danger and everything wasn't crossing their mind except for Chunk. He was going like, "Oh, this is dangerous," you know. But everybody else is like, they had a goal, it's like we can save the house if this treasure is real, and they're going, you can die any second. Once you got down in that thing, you're in the fucking tunnels. You're like a normal kid. You think you'll crawl up in a ball and cry, and yell, "Mommy." They're like, oh, like kids think they're like bulletproof. That's like a mindset back then, because I can remember that. That's when you did stupid shit, like getting a shopping cart, roll down a hill.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Well, except for Jackass, they do that now because they're idiots.
It was. I was gonna say they get paid good money for it, but they were doing it before they even got paid. Like,
yeah, we're doing that kids for free.
The thing with
I guess you would call that knowing better now, but
yeah, you know better.
The thing with
I'm too
Jackass,
old
though,
for that
James,
shit.
Yep.
When they were
maybe
doing
that's
the
part of the
shopping cart
problem.
shit, when they did the shopping cart shit, they were going off of fucking roofs doing like let me go off your roof real quick with this shopping cart. All right, to record it.
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
No, but I did down the hill.
Yeah.
Aaron, you know Mount Pleasant area. You know Fifth Avenue Hill,
Mm-hmm.
off Congress and Cutler. Shopping cart right down, all the way to the bottom near the fucking train tracks. With that shit roll.
I did that in we did that in that cemetery up by Central Park.
Oh, Vale, or is it the other one?
No, that's not Vale. It's I don't know what that one's called.
All
Up by
right.
when you're going up.
I don't know, man. There's some big hills over there.
Oh yeah, near Central Park there is a lot of big hills.
Yeah, but anyways,
Want to go do Broadway?
Bro, there you go.
No, I'm good. I don't want to get smacked.
But no, kids, like we made a homemade go-kart push down a hill. A lot of stupid shit, man. Kids are just that mindset. You're just for fun. You want to make your life exciting.
Well, what it was too then, like if you got hurt, which honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get hurt more than we did. But when you got hurt back then, yes, you can get hurt, whatever, but you heal way fast. Like now we get hurt, it's like, fuck, man.
Oh, if I get hurt now, I'm fucking done. Just shoot me. I can't do this shit.
Take you out to the pasture like a horse.
We're at the stage of life where we're put us down.
put it down.
Some of us.
It's off to
Like put me
the
down.
glue factory.
My knees are shot right now. If one gives out and I have to go in a wheelchair, just push me off a cliff.
Push you off.
Yeah, like I don't know how to survive if I couldn't.
See,
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how to turbo that wheelchair.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
not me. I'll figure out how to make an excuse to go to a cliff to look at the sunset and just ride off it.
See, I'm adventurous, but I'm a pussy when it comes to certain things. Like jumping off a cliff to go diving, you know what I mean? It's like I'm sitting there thinking about that. I did. I sat there every single time I did it, thinking for like 30, 40 minutes, looking at that shit like, I mean, I know I could probably survive and it'd be fine, but not for nothing. This is high. Like that height fear sets in, and then that's all that you can think about. That's the only thing that stops you. If you stop thinking about that, you're like, fuck it, go.
Yeah, exactly. No fear. You're doing a lot of risky shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the
adrenaline
junkies are.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with heights. I've gone bungee jumping. I've jumped off high ass peaks into rivers and stuff like that. I want to go skydiving. Heights have never really bothered me.
My brother did it. He went to Latham, I believe, where he went up and skydived. He did it. He's smiling. He has a video of it. Like he's in the plane smiling.
That's on the bucket list.
His friend was scared. His friend was scared to side, and he's laughing. Like, don't be afraid. He's just laughing. He just goes off. His first time. He's just like, woo, just jump out.
Yeah, again, or was it something he just wanted to do one time?
Oh, he would do it. He just did it. It's like just the experience. I think he would do it again. If a group of his friends or something was like, yo, we're doing skydiving. He's like,
that could be a P&P bonus video.
There you go. I'm like, strap this camera to
Can we do a live stream while falling and talk about a video for 30 seconds, 45 seconds?
Before you pull the thing, you're like, this is a quick review.
We've hit terminal speed, 120 miles an hour. Get the review done. Let's go.
That would have
your board look like your Power Rangers in the opening scene and shit.
We have to find a movie that's
good. I have a heart attack and I die in the air.
That would have to be a Chris and Chris episode right there because I wouldn't skydive.
Oh, fuck
the first time I did it, they would have to push me out the plane. They would definitely have to push me out the plane, and the guy would have to jump.
It's not up to you, man. The first time you do it, you're attached to the instructor.
Yup, and they go.
Well, he's pushing me from behind.
Yeah, he's going to no. He's control. He's going like, you ready? You're gonna go. No. You're like, you are. And just tips out.
Yeah, it's not up to you.
And I'm in the air. Asshole!
I don't think he would. He's your survival. I think you're gonna let him go until you hit the ground.
All right, which one of these is the parachute? This one.
He pulls it as soon as they jump out, hits the fucking engine.
What the hell happened to him? He's a seasoned jumper. I don't know. Fucking pussy passed out up there this time. I don't know.
No, I want you to get in a plane, man. I would never do that. Bungee jumping, hell no. I never jump off bridges.
I'm being a bit extra.
I never jumped off cliffs or anything in the water.
Me either.
Really?
Nor would I.
Not my thing.
Oh, I am. So that's not a surprise.
No, I can swim.
Is that true?
Aaron, kiddie pools don't count.
That was a black joke.
Pool.
The lazy river.
Aaron's in a kiddie pool making Lisa Ninja Turtle.
Hey,
He's drowning. Splinter, come save us.
Ma, look, I can hold my breath underwater. Aaron, you're 35. I don't care.
Got his arm floaties on.
It was cute when you were 5.
He has his arm floaties on. He's making believe they're elbow braces like a turtle, Ninja Turtle.
He has his arm floaties on. Someone's spraying him in the backyard.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not getting the pool. It's fake water. It's fake swimming.
Oh shit! I don't feel safe in there. Oh fuck! That's popcorn and pints, people.
Sorry, scared. Yeah, dude. Door was open.
And this is the stuff that made the show.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what the people want.
Yeah.
Yep. Cracking jokes with each other.
I'm more tired and drunk than when we started, so now I just don't give a shit.
Tired and drunk.
Chris's filter has been shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit! It feels great to be back, doesn't it, guys?
It is.
It does. Wait,
So
what movie are we watching again next week?
We are watching
The assassination of Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse
a Brad
James
Pitt
and 4 more sentences. It's like
Big
a paragraph
Daddy.
title.
Brad Pitt movie. That's generic Brad Pitt movie. I'm just gonna call it.
Yeah, we got an Adam Sandler movie.
I was about to say Brad Pitt is not in Big Daddy, but you're talking about the other day.
And was it Joel Osment? What's the kid's name when he was younger?
No, that's not Haley Joel Osment. That's a famous set of twins. So those, I know we'll talk more about it when we talk about Big Daddy.
Yeah.
That's a set of twins that play that movie. They were also in the TV show Friends, and I think something
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Ross's kid.
else.
Didn't they have a
I
Nickelodeon
don't
show
remember.
together? Not Drake and Josh.
No, that's a different set of twins.
Different
Right?
set of twins. That's the Cody and
Yeah, Cody and
I think.
Zach or something like that.
Zach and Cody or something.
Zach and Cody. There you go. Oh, that's not the same two white kids?
That's a different set of twins. Two little white kids. They all look the same.
They all look
Oh,
the
you
same.
stop it.
They do. Can't.
Same fucking
The
haircut.
little
The
blonde,
blonde
white
surfer. The fucking blonde
Yeah.
surfer.
Bowl haircut.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
all look the same.
I would like to point out the difference in our two resident Caucasians here. They are quite different. They don't look like each other at all.
Oh,
We have unique
We
ones
do
here.
not.
yeah, we have you.
That's true. Those two
I'm-
look like.
I'm called because I'm fluffy. I'm a marshmallow, not a cracker.
Marshmallow
Oh,
man. That's all I saw.
I'm
was-
even more. I'm even more pale than James. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm usually pale.
Together.
The only tan I've been getting is in the car when the sun comes through the fucking windshield. I got that type of tan. I haven't been sitting outside that much this year.
no.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get together. We got to have you guys over for a little cookout or something.
Something. Yeah, we gotta
We'll
something,
do
definitely.
we'll do our Scrubs Eagles. I mean, summer. It's still somewhat warm out. I can still buy a slip and slide.
Yeah, I'm good on that, man. I'm not breaking
I was like,
myself.
yo, you got 2 weeks, homie. When are we doing this? Because it's fucking the capital district. That's just going to
Getting
snow
cold.
flurry
It's
next
gonna be
week.
cold tomorrow.
We'll have
You
snow
know
in 4 more weeks.
What? That could be a fun video. We'll just do a fucking slip and slide in the middle of winter.
Nice.
Wait, that's the picture right there. Chris, Aaron,
The winter slip and
eagle
slide.
going down the slip and slide.
That see
Yeah, okay. That's
I don't
Aaron
wanna
and me killing ourselves.
I don't want to now if this was like 25 years ago, 20
do
years
it.
ago, maybe we would try something
I'll do
stupid like that.
I've never
So-
been on a slip and slide. I'll do it.
All right. Was
Really?
Puerto Rican Chris here? It's the Scrubs.
No,
The
I don't
Scrubs
think so.
Eagle. Was Zach
Dude,
Braff
they're
and Donald
awesome.
Fagen.
That's awesome.
Turk and JD.
Turk and
That's
JD.
awesome. I've
from
never
Scrubs.
seen that
Yep.
before.
Yeah, that shit is awesome.
Chris, all right, Chris, we might have to put this out. If we do that, we should get the scrubs. I'll get the greenish ones, you get the blue ones. We got to do it right.
Yeah, Turk JD wears blue.
I'm not cutting my hair bald though. Okay, I'll have it short, but I'm not going bald. This is
Good enough. Just put the green scrubs on. You're straight.
Yeah, you're all right.
but that
We should go to a Goodwill and see if we can find some scrubs.
Is there a Goodwill left?
Yeah, there's a huge one in I don't know if it's Colony or Albany.
They're,
I
I
forgot.
think fairly.
I thought they closed the one by Colony Center.
they
No,
did.
there's another one. There's a bigger one.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one
But,
right on Central. Big one.
I don't
There's,
think-
I think there's one on Boltown Road. too.
Salvation Army.
Yeah, there's one on
Salvation
Central
Army,
Ave,
Goodwill.
but I'll look into it at the very or just see how much they are online. I'm sure they can't be too
Scrubs.
much.
Scrubs can get kind of pricey. My girl gets scrubs for her job, so they can get pricey.
Halloween coming up. They're gonna have some scrubs for Halloween. I'm sure you can get a cheap pair for that.
Oh,
Cheaper.
wait, think about that. The Halloween costume.
should-
like
you know what?
Walmart, the doctor outfits
Yeah.
or something. The scrubs.
Amazon. I'm telling you.
Yeah, on
Amazon.
Amazon. There you go. You'll definitely find them.
We'll
Yeah.
find something. We could do it for Halloween. Turk and JD.
There you go.
Is
That'd
there
be
a show on
hilarious.
Halloween?
There you go.
Halloween's on a Sunday this
I'm sorry,
year.
Sunday, but that's all right. We can do it on a Saturday, the 30th.
We could
Or
do it.
or
Yeah.
well, I would say we'd do it the weekend before. I'm only saying that because my wife is coming back that day from Hawaii. I got to get her from the airport. So do it that Saturday beforehand. Whatever October-ish date that is.
That's how marriages work. Separate.
Yep.
I might have to Moana myself out. I'm not gonna lie. Might have to Maui myself out.
And honestly, that came
Barely-
across. I
Are
don't.
you gonna be the Rock? The
I
Rock's
might have to
character.
tattoo a little
from-
bit. I am
I'm
the
with-
Rock. Fuck you talking about.
This guy.
I'm with Aaron on this. Though. The separate vacations. I wouldn't mind because my wife talked about going to Florida, and I don't fly. And at one of the options was she just goes without me, and I was like, I don't care. You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then we're discussing it. If I do go to Florida, we might take a train or have someone come out with us and switch driving, so we go straight through. But I'm not flying. There's no way I'm getting on a plane ever.
Fuck that.
I don't care if I won free tickets, everything paid for. like
Well,
high VIP access type
I'm
shit.
telling
I'm
you,
gonna
if you
know.
ever win some shit like that, give them to your black friend. I'll count it as reparations, and we're even. Me and you, not the rest of them.
Oh man.
Yes, we're back. People. That's how we're doing this shit.
or I can go on eBay and sell them.
Or you can give it to your friend as a gift. You know.
Nah, that's a lot of money.
But
I think my brother would be mad.
Huh?
My brother would be mad. He'll probably think he'll be the first one to get it.
Why the fuck did you give it to that?
Wow.
He wouldn't say that.
Wow.
Jokes. Jokes. But
It's all fun
I
and
guess we can
games
pop
until
up
someone drops an N bomb.
Yeah.
Believe me. Let's before I drop one of those, let's the end of the show plugs.
Isn't it?
So
I didn't say it. I stopped.
Chris, you want to read these ones off? Puerto Rican?
Sure. It's me, aka the worst damn gamer ever, here on Popcorn and Pints, Saturday, 9 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays with Hard with Sir Sturdy. You can catch me on my own shit with Twitch. I got my YouTube channel going. I got my Facebook. I got my Instagram. I got tons of other content coming down as well, and a couple other pages, so you'll hear about that. Then we got Devil Made Me Do It, which is an awesome podcast along the same terms as Hard with Sir Sturdy. We got
What
Any
in the
Last Words as well with Joe.
World are all these?
And
All
then we
part of
got
this-
So Good It's Scary with Kyle, the Canadian, who's on with us every so often on his show as well.
So really quick, Chris. So the Devil Made Me Do It is serial. It's Joe and her friend, I believe, Destiny. It's a serial killer podcast. Like they'll go deep dive onto a serial killer or just some sort of crazy ass murder. Any Last Words horror podcast, as you guys know. So Good It's Scary is YouTube and Instagram, or sorry, Facebook and Instagram. For those of you who want us to review your horror shorts, that's a half hour or less, post it on there. You want us to review them, and you will let us play them live while we, do a live review, live play. Post on So Good It's Scary. Thanks, peoples. And then you have Horror with Sir 30 live shows every Tuesday and Thursday, like Chris just said, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And as he also said, Popcorn and Pints, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Saturdays, you guys are with us tonight. Stories from a Bar, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, as well as anywhere else you can listen to podcasts. Go check that awesome podcast out. Have some beer with it. Deep Focus Cinema. It's called Deep Focus Cinema for a reason, because you're really gonna get a deep fucking dive with Ibrahim and a female version of Ibrahim. I just mean this as far as the deep dive shit, with just a deep dive on films, like a real deep dive on fucking like. You see the films Ibrahim picks, they do them over there too, and yeah, so go check that out. And shout out to Ibrahim. Can't wait for the movie to come out so we can do that. Great luck with that film, man. And I guess we're gonna get out of here.
He's a busy guy.
He is. Yeah. With that being said, thanks for popping by, and peace, peace, peace. Nicolas Cage, that's for you, you bitch.